Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, we will talk about the hadith related to Constantinople. Till now, the credit goes to the Turks, who conquered Constantinople on May 29, 1453, under the brave leadership of Sultan Mehmed II, and then he was given the title of Fateh. Undoubtedly, the role of Turks is pivotal in Islamic history. Their 600 years of rule is considered as one of the golden ages of Islamic empire. Here, we are focusing on the Hadith of Constantinople because many claim that the prophecy of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was fulfilled in 1453. So first, let's see the Hadith. The Hadith is present in Musnad Ahmad and it is considered as Sahih. Also, Imam Tabarani has mentioned it as Sahih, and then Imam Bukhari mentioned it in Al-Tarikh Al-Kabir and Al-Saghir. It is present in Al-Jami Al-Saghir by Imam Sayyuti and also considered as Sahih by him. The actual matan of the hadith is that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is reported to have said, "Verily, you shall conquer Constantinople. What a wonderful leader will her leader be, and what a wonderful army will that army be." So by looking at the hadith, we can see that there is no mention of the time. Our Prophet ﷺ said that you will conquer Constantinople, and he has praised the army and the leader. That is the reason the Turks consider the conquest of 1453 is the fulfillment of this prophecy by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. The next hadith we will look at is narrated by Anas ibn Malik radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, and it is in Jami al-Tirmidhi, and the English reference of the book is volume number 4, book 7, hadith 2239, and its Arabic reference is book 33, hadith 82. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Constantinople will be conquered with the coming of the hour." The coming of the hour means the end times. Now the hadith we will look at is narrated by Hazrat Maaz bin Jabal radhiyallahu ta'ala anha, and it is in Sunan Ibn Majah, Book of Tribulations. The Arabic reference is book 36, hadith 4231, and the English reference is volume number 1, book 36, hadith 4092. The actual matan of the hadith is that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The great fierce battle, the conquest of Constantinople, and the emergence of Dajjal will all happen within 7 months." Now, by the looks of the hadith, it is mentioning 3 events: conquest of Constantinople, emergence of Dajjal, and the fierce battle. And in the previous hadith, we saw that Constantinople will be conquered with the coming of the hour. So if Constantinople will be conquered in end times, then this hadith might be referring to the conquest which is yet to come. Now the hadith that we earlier explained is also present in Sunan Abu Dawud, in Kitab al-Malahim, or the Book of Battles. The Arabic reference is book 39, hadith 5, and the English reference is book 38, hadith 4282. It is narrated by Maaz bin Jabal radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that the great war, the conquest of Constantinople, and the coming forth of the Dajjal will take place within a period of 7 months. Now again, this hadith is strengthening the concept that the conquest of Constantinople that our Prophet is talking about will occur sometime in future, because here the conquest is associated with two more events, and that too in a time period of 7 months. And we have another hadith in Sunan Abi Dawud, book 38, hadith 4283, and it is narrated by Hazrat Abdullah ibn Basr Raziyallahu Ta'ala anha, that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the time between the Great War and the conquest of the city will be 6 years, and the Dajjal will come forth in the 7th. Abu Dawood said, this is sounder than the tradition narrated by Isa ibn Yunus. That is, the previous ahadith we saw, where there is a mention of 7 months. So Abu Dawood is saying that this hadith, that is saying that the 3 events will happen in 7 years, is sounder than that tradition. Now we will look at hadith from Sunan Ibn Majah, Book of Tribulation. Its Arabic reference is Book 36, Hadith 4233, and its English reference is Volume number 1, Book 36, Hadith 4094. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the hour will not begin until the closest Muslim outpost will be at Bala. Then he said, O Ali, O Ali, O Ali. Hazrat Ali said, may my father and mother be ransom for you. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you will fight Banu Asfar, that is the Romans, and those who come after you will fight them, until the best of the Muslims go out to fight them. The people of Hijaz who do not fear the blame of anyone for the sake of Allah. They will conquer Constantinople with tasbih and takbir, and will acquire such spoils of war as has never seen before, which they will distribute by the shieldful. Someone will come and say, Masih has appeared in your land, but he will be lying. So the one who takes some of the spoils will regret it, and the one who leaves it behind will regret it too. In this hadith, there is a mention of a place, Bala. We don't know where Bala is. There is a place in Iceland and also in Sierra Leone, I guess. But God knows best. Allah knows best. And then it is said that the Constantinople will be conquered with tasbih and takbir. And like before, there is a mention of Masih or Dajjal. So again, Dajjal never appeared in 1453 or even after that. So this conquest of Constantinople will happen in the end times, when Dajjal will appear. Now it is narrated by Hazrat Maaz ibn Jabal Raziyallahu Ta'ala anha, and this hadith is in Sunan Abu Dawud in Kitab al-Malahim, book 39, hadith 4. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the flourishing state of Jerusalem will be when Yathrib is in ruins. The ruined state of Yathrib will be when the Great War comes. The outbreak of the Great War will be at the conquest of Constantinople, and the conquest of Constantinople when the Dajjal comes forth. He, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, struck his thighs or his shoulders with his hand and said, this is as true as you are here or as you are sitting. And he was referring to Hazrat Maaz ibn Jabal Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu. Here they're talking about the flourishing state of Jerusalem. And recently we know that in 2017 December, United States accepted Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. So we can say that from 2017 onwards, Jerusalem is flourishing as it is at the center of politics. Yathrib is Medina, and by ruins it might mean that previously Medina was the center, it was the capital, and now Medina has no political importance in this world of ours. Also, there are some rules and regulations by the government according to which non-Arabs have to pay certain taxes. And that's why most of the Asians are leaving the holy places and they're coming back. And now recently, the outbreak of corona has restricted a lot of Muslims from going to Yathrib or Medina or Mecca. Especially these days, they have a curfew there, and not many people can pray at the holy mosque. This hadith is very important as it is giving us an indication how things will unfold in end times. So I just mentioned few ahadiths of our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and by looking at those ahadiths, it seems that the conquest of Constantinople that our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was talking about will happen in end times. Either the first hadith that we mentioned, and it was that verily you shall conquer Constantinople, what a wonderful leader will her leader be, and what a wonderful army will that army be, was a separate hadith or pointing to some other event in the history, and the rest of the ahadiths are separate from it. Then you can say that there is a chance that the hadith is pointing to the events of 1453. But if we take it as a whole and connect it, then in that case it is clearly an event which is yet to happen, and the coming forth of Dajjal, the great war, or the coming of the hour, these words are indicating that the conquest of Constantinople is yet to come and will happen in end days, and Allah knows best, might be by Hazrat Mehdi and followed by Hazrat Isa alayhi salam.